Shalom to the tribe. Shalom to the tribes. Just building some vibes one time for your mind. Just building some vibes one time for your mind. I hope everyone is doing absolutely well, marvelous. I hope your vibe is magnetic. We're just back for another one. Max HaWaH, just for you surfing the wave, cause this is just for you. This is just for you. Surfing a wave with a vibe like this, with a vibe that we have with one another is just I was always told that I'm the quiet type. I'm always to myself. And I mean, for the most part, I usually agree. But this go around Shabbat, I don't know. I got so much to say. But more than saying, I just want to surf the wave with the real ones. I just want to be amongst the real ones. Cause this charge that we feel right now is everlasting. It's everlasting. We ain't never giving this back. HaWaH. We gonna gather around the campfire, oh yes. So I hope you cozy, cause we ain't going nowhere. I mean, you see it, we just Shikamaga dreaming on you. We just Shikamaga dreaming on you. When they ask about what you tribing up with, who you tribing up with, I tell them I'm surfing the wave. I'm surfing the wave for Nagaville, man, cause them Nagas is bad. Them Nagas is bad. You should already know by now. You should already know. We just been picking up from consecutive drop after consecutive drop. So if you've already caught up with the Anion, then you know exactly how we feel right now. You know exactly what's going on right now. And we just gonna continue to flow. But I wanted to build a charge. I wanted to build a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Cause this is for the tribe. Strictly for the tribe. They ain't never getting this back. They ain't never getting this back. HaWaH to the real ones. You know what I'm saying? Cause them niggas, yeah. You know, and they can say any other term, any other word. That's the one that they're afraid of. And you know why, and we know why. But tonight, today, whenever it is that you get this, on this wave we're surfing, on the wave that we're surfing, they'll be drowned out by the time we begin anyway. This is just for you. Much aha, and I mean that from the heart bone, much aha. So we just talking that wata, you know, and I thought that's all we was doing, just talking that wata. I just want to talk the wata. I just want to talk the wata. HaWaH. Cause this to me right here is the art. This is the art. I just want to preserve the art. I just want to preserve the art. I'm just trying to share exactly how it is that I got here. In this very moment that we're in right now. In this very moment that we're in right now. Shalom, shalom. We only want high vibrations. High vibrations. To the cons, man, if you ready to charge up. Cause we're not slowing down. Nah, not at all. But we can definitely switch the pace. Oh, we on the go. I'm on the go. I'm on the go. We on the go, my niggas. So I'm ready, to build on some more Naga energy. And we just gonna surf the wave. HaWaH. See, technically, I had this prepared for a whole other, presentation. And I was in the mix of a whole lot, and I was just like really realizing something. But I'll probably go ahead and bring that realization together for another presentation at a different light. And I'm pretty sure when I do, this one would make sense, And so it'll probably be the next one we get into. But considering how we're building in vibration, I want to keep everything just like that vibration, and I know we got some drive where I've touched on this before, but in this situation that we find ourselves coming to, it's always a trip to know how much you need a reminder. And what I mean by that, they tell you that muscle has memory, right? Well, your memory has muscle. So I just want to encourage that memory muscle, not your muscle memory, but your memory muscle. You know what I'm saying? I just want that memory to continue to build. You know what I'm saying? I just want to encourage that build, that repetition. It's a build, it's a charge. And when we're dealing on these terms, you know what I'm saying? It can make people feel a certain way, because when they start to imagine, it's like at some point they see an exit sign. And it is what it is, we just surfing the wave. And of course, primordial being or pertaining to the source or beginning. And that's always important. You know what I'm saying? That's always important when we're talking about the source or the beginning. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking the first of all, original. You know, we're digging on words. And if you're really surfing the wave, this is probably like part 6 of this same drop, so to speak. We're just talking a beginning, the beginning, origin, commencement, you know, the start. That is first in order, prime, you know, existing from the beginning, the earliest. And, you know, this is exactly what we talk about when we say aboriginal, when we say indigenous, when we say authentic, when we say preservation of this art. It's just for the art. It's for the real ones. Shalom to the real ones, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just surfing the wave. That's all we want to do is surf the wave. HaWaH. We just want to surf the wave. So we're going to go ahead and continue to build, because, you know, we just talking words on it, man. Charging frequency by getting to that wata. So let's continue. See, when we're talking about order, we're just talking about the body of persons living under a religious discipline when you're dodging your own hijack. We're just talking about a position in a state, a rule, a regulation, a religious order when you're dodging our hijack. Alright? I'm just talking about role, line, rank, a series, a pattern, an arrangement, a routine, originally a row of threads in a loom. So, you know, some people see order as something to break away from. And, you know, some feel as if it's natural for them to be disorderly. I'm not one to disagree. Your vibe is your vibe. I just want to build on high vibrations. I'm trying to preserve and reserve on high vibrations, strictly for my tribe. It also has a connection to weave, to fit together. We're just talking order. Alright? I'm just talking rank, as in community. A certain community. A community of that wata. We just in the ether as a community surfing that wata. We just surfing wata. You know what I'm saying? Because when we talking the wata, that's all we've been saying. Surf the wave. I mean, you say it too. You know, I thought I heard you in the ether saying it too. I know we say surf the wave, surfing the wave, that which is to hover about, to fluctuate. We're just talking to weave. Yeah, we're talking to move, to weave, to go. We're also just talking a moving billow of water. to go, to move. Water in motion, not frozen. Not frozen. So when we're digging on billow, it's a great wave. It's a great wave. Great wave. And as a Shabbatah, we are a great wave in this ether. We only want high vibrations. High vibrations. We just talking Wata. We just talking Wata. And if it's okay with you, we just gonna continue to talk that Wata. See, digging on that Wata, man. We just talking a tribal flow. It's always tribal. It's always been tribal. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be tribal. Cause HaWaH is tribal. It doesn't say anything about anything else in the text. It just says HaWaH is tribal. And with these niggas waking up, choosing up, MeMory, KTC, well, we're forcing the powers that be to watch us shine. We're beginning to shine, surfing this wave. It's always been a wave. It's always been the Wata. I mean, who gets mad at the Wata? Who really gets mad at the Wata? Talking Wata, the billow. Wata, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a tribal flow, the message isn't the same for everyone. You know, maybe you see this Wata and you see this Wata as something that makes you upset. Maybe this is just some Wata that you can't understand. Who knows? I know for me, I enjoy surfing the wave. It's a wonderful thing, getting to know yourself, getting to know who you are, realizing who you are, building on who you are, charging up on who you are. Becoming comfortable with who you are, knowing who you are, it's a wonderful thing. I mean, that's what surfing the wave is for me. It's always been, it's always gonna be. Which is why I say Shalom when I see that we meet in this very ether. You've always been the wave. We are the wave. We're always talking Wata. We're always talking Wata. I mean, it takes a lot of teamwork being of the wave, you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of teamwork. It's a community thing. It's a tribal thing. To be a billow, to be a wave that just continues to wave with that same frequency, with that same vibration, with that same push, with that same wave. You know what I'm saying? We just talking anion. We just talking anion. So we surfing the wave. Shalom. I mean, we talking about a wonderful wave. This is a wave the hijack can't get back. It's over for that. It's over for that, my nigga, cause you know I'm just gonna talk to you. I'm just gonna talk to you. I'm just gonna talk to you. Shabbat. Cause they don't wanna tell her that the niggas is back. They don't wanna tell her that the niggas is back. But the niggas is back. Naga is the Wata. We are the wave. We are the wave in the Wata, you know what I'm saying? We was building on Exodus. That's just up and away. I mean, it's a journey. We come a long way on this journey. We still got ways to go. I mean, that's why I'm right here flowing with you, surfing the wave. I'm just talking memory muscle. Memory muscle. I'm talking that Wata. They're gonna try to tell you that Wata is something else. And if this makes you feel a certain way, well, I understand. This is just for the wave surfers. For those only surfing the wave. It's my tribe. It's surfing the wave. My tribes surfing the wave. And we know it's over for that. We know it's over for that. So if you surfing the wave, like I know I'm surfing the wave, we shall continue. Max A to you, that is wonderful flow. 432 to try. Yeah, we still talking cosmos on you. We still talking cosmos on you. Cause when we're talking cosmos, it means to order and arrange. You see what's going on? To order and arrange. To establish. Right? To establish. It's also dressing up or upkeep, decoration type especially of women. So this being the feminine vibration, well, we still talking cosmos because, of course, Nagas represent the order. So we're the order to your cosmology. We are the body of persons living under discipline. Surfing the wave, KTC, MHOE. Alright? We set the pattern, the arrangement, the routine. But we are the order, the primordial order of your cosmos. We're just here to keep order. And we're gonna surf the wave while we keep this order. See, when I'm surfing the wave, I always start in the starry firmament. Then we 369 up out of here. up and away. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna go ahead and get an example of exactly what I mean. We're gonna get an example on exactly what I mean. Cause we just talking Wata, but at the moment we talking cosmos. Shalom. So surfing the wave, this is just some Wata. This is just some Wata with some artificial coloring. Maybe a whole lot of imagination. But nonetheless, it's still some Wata when you make them tell the truth. When you make them tell the truth, this is just some Wata. We just saw what the wave was and what the wave is. We know we are the wave. But we're just looking at some Wata. No matter how they want to slice and dice it, we're just looking at some Wata. We're looking at that Wata. You let them tell them whatever they want to say to themselves, but when referring to us, you make them tell the truth. Surfing the wave, just talking Wata on it, you know. What they want to refer to as the cosmos is just that Wata. I mean, we just saw it, but we're here to keep it in order. We're here to keep it in order. We're rearranging order. During this paradigm shift, this is the shifting of the cosmic energy. We're just floating on some Wata. Sip some Wata, we gonna carry on. Shalom. So when I was surfing the wave with the other presentation, you know, this guy was mentioning the hologram. He was saying a whole bunch of other stuff, and I was like, alright. But it made me want to, you know, look this up. And just to see what I would get for myself, you know what I'm saying? And this is just talking 3-dimensional. Okay. It's also talking about whole, right? As in whole, well kept, all together, togetherness, the hologram of togetherness. And I'm like, okay, we talking a projection, a 3D projection, a dimension of some sort. And yeah, you know, I'm like, I'm already getting interested. So I continue to surf the wave, and surfing the wave as we're doing in real time. I mean, I'm just sharing what was on my mind, right? What I'm thinking, and we got to hold, and I see entire, unhurt, uninjured, safe, healthy, sound, genuine, straightforward, undamaged, salvation, welfare, whole, complete, uninjured, of good. You know what I'm saying? Wonderful vibrations. Surfing the wave of Anion, and I'm just speaking vibrations onto the tribe, and I'm like, wow. Because is that how they make you feel about a 3D paradigm? About a hologram? Is that the energy you're getting from a hologram, or is everyone panicking and realizing that they're in a hologram? Not being able to utilize what it is to be called an avatar. HaWaH. Nah, we just talking Wata on you, man. We just talking Wata, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still charged up. Because we're talking an entire body, company, the full amount. We're talking community. We're talking tribe. Also notice how whole is related to health. It's related to health. You know what I'm saying? We just talking hologram. 3D dimension. That is the etheric realm. Alright? We just talking earth on you. Wata. So we talking whole. And because health is related, it made me think, what's really being dug on in health? So let's surf the wave, shall we? Health, it goes hand in hand with the Wata. We're talking wholeness, being whole, sound, or well. Okay, being well, uninjured, good, whole, so-called holy, so-called sacred, prosperity, happiness, welfare, preservation. And this is what I mean. We're talking preservation of this art, safety, salutations, just wishing good upon another. We're talking Wata to the code keepers. Wata, that is most high over everything. MHOE. You know what I'm saying? We only want high vibrations. High vibrations. Cause digging on this, I know why I'm feeling this surge. I know why I've been so charged up. Because I've been coming into realization of the image of HaWaH. And I'm just trying to share that realization with the tribe. And I'm just surfing the wave. I mean, the image of HaWaH has nothing to do with no sky daddy. It has nothing to do with no sky daddy, man. We not worried about none of that. We know how to dodge our hijack. We talking about ether. But we also talking about ether personified. Yeah, because instead of all these other terms, we can just be some Nagas, man. You know, we got depictions of the Nagas existing throughout different mythologies, across different civilizations. We also know that we were referred to those as the image. And that's just surfing the real wave. And it should never make anyone feel a certain way if you KTC MHOE. Recognition is recognition. A comment's always gonna spot a comment. It's really nice to meet you. So surfing the wave, you know what I'm saying? It said that sound was related to health, right? It said sound or wealth, right? So I'm digging on sound now. I'm always digging on sound. Hey, how to everybody checking out strictly from my tribe, surfing the wave with the con, cause we know they can't stop the men. And it was in the sound that I heard noise. What is heard? Sensation produced through the ear. Sound, musical note, voice. A sound, a noise. We've been talking about resonating with vibrations. Resonating, seeking resonance. Sound meaning healthy, not disease, free from special defect or injury. Sound means free from special defect or injury. You take that however you want. But it means safe, having organs and facilities complete and in perfect action. It means right, correct, free from error. Free from error. Alright? Free from error. You're just surfing the wave. The wata of the primordial substance. Ether. We are the ether personified, the image of HaWaH. We're just building on sound. So seeing how sound is related to health, I'm like, no wonder why I feel so good, because I've been tapped in with this sound. I've been surfing the wave to channel dimensions through sound. I'm out of sight, out of mind. Surfing the wave. And that's HaWaH to the tribe. That's HaWaH to the tribe. Because they said that sound was related to noise. So we're talking noise, right? And it says sound of a musical instrument. Sound of a musical instrument. That's first and foremost. But then, of course, later down the line, you get loud speech, outcry, clamor, shouting. A sound of any kind from any source. Especially a loud and disagreeable sound. Din, disturbance, uproar, brawl. To pick a quarrel. Rumor, report, news. Literally seasickness, nausea, hurting, injury, damage. Crazy, right? when you surfing the wave of natural, it's like you learn how to dodge your own hijack. Cause there's always something being said. So, I dug with the first one. And I heard music in the noise. Cause I've heard somebody say that my music was just noise. So that wasn't no shot to me. I just surfed the wave on music. Music happens to be a pleasing succession of sounds or combinations of sounds. The science of combining sounds in a rhythmic, melodic, and later harmonic order. The art of music. Music is this art. We're getting this from sound and health. Surfing the wave, it's saying that it comes from muse, right? Which is to reflect, to ponder, to meditate, to be absorbed through thought or in thought. One can say that that's surfing the wave. Now, the hijack is going to do what they do. Add their hijack to it, like I told you. As long as you surfing the wave, you always gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about meditating, to reflect, to ponder. And when we're really understanding music through sound, surfing the wave through sound, because that's really what we're talking about. Music being of sound, of noise, of health. That is whole in this etheric hologram, this paradigm. Because now that the Nagas is waking up, we're able to put the cosmos back in order. Oh, you think it's a game, huh? Because we're just talking muse. The muse also is one of the 9 muses, which are the daughters, when you dodging all hijacks. Alright? We just speaking Elohim, but a muse, Elohim, what are we digging on? Sound also came from what is heard by way of voice. Sound. We're just surfing a wave, right? We're talking sound vibrations. So if music comes from the muse, and the muse is of the Elohim, and I'm telling you, you are the image of HaWaH. As the primordial, the prime, we are the order to the cosmos. When we're surfing the wave, voice is the sound made by the human mouth. So let that bake your noodle. We're talking about sound. They want to say the Big Bang, right? But we're talking about sound. I mean, before there was anything, it was sound. Sound is what was heard through the ear. What was heard was music and a voice. We heard a voice of music. this voice was your vibration. It was a reflection. Where did we get that? A reflection. So that reflection, that voice, was your confirmation. It also says word. You see what's going on? Speech. Sound. To speak. HaWaH spoke. That vibration, that sound created his image. Aman's image. Earth. Spirit, soul, ether, flow. I mean, you got it. It said muse, as in music of the nine. Surfing the wave with the Zet Tepe, you know what time it is. Zep just means crystal. Don't let them play with you. Zep just means crystal. We're talking the time of the crystals. We gonna get to it. We just surfing the wave. Everything's been telling you the same message. You are the image of HaWaH. So we're digging on voice. And it said the voice or the sound heard in the ear. The ear, of course, being the organ of hearing. The ear. You know what I'm saying? We're talking swata all through your ear. 2 ears, we're just talking ear. But in music, it means the capability to learn and reproduce by hearing. And all these other different meanings that it can apply to. We also see how it's a grain part of corn. It's always interesting. Especially if you know where corn come from. HaWaH to the real ones. But we're just talking ear. Someone spoke this sound into you, this vibration, and resonating, you were able to hear and perceive by ear. You listen to that vibration, and that vibration gave you this natural sense of obedience, which was the following of your Ama, your Abba. And it granted you the ability to ascend and to judge that for which you saw fit. For you had your inheritance. You were royalty. This was the order of the cosmos. You see how it's all related. To mark, to perceive, to hear. I'm going to continue to surf the wave. I'm talking pertaining to hearing or sound. Pertaining to hearing, to hear. To mark, perceive, to hear. Acoustic, I'm talking sound. We're just surfing the wave. You know what I'm saying? Looking at these words. You know what I'm saying? It's always a wonderful flow. And this perceive is to be aware, gain knowledge, especially to come to know by direct experience. Perceive, to notice, to see, to recognize, to understand. Obtain, gather, seize entirely, that is whole, right? Take possession of, figuratively, to grasp with the mind, to learn, to comprehend, to take entirely, thoroughly, to grasp, to take. So our perception is just the wata. We're just surfing a wave through sound and vibrations. And that's all we've been doing this whole time, is just talking that wata. Cause you know, it said mark is a trace or an impression. A sign, like a landmark. People's going on. I want you to pay attention to sign, right? An impression, almost a sense like a target. Mind you, this is digging on acoustic, also dealing with sound, so to mark. It's also dealing with this term Mars, right? So we're digging on the vibration, and now we're getting Mars. So from Mark, we get Mars, right? And if you're surfing the wave, you're just talking cosmos, dodging all hijacks. But when we're dodging all hijacks, well, again, they're talking about this energy, this vibration attaching to sound coming from the Elohim. And this one just so happens to have the same vibration in sound, which is the health, the acoustic. But they also say that it's bright reddish orange. That bright reddish orange. Dodging all hijacks, right? This is the second time though. It also says the fiery. Alright, the fiery. And surfing the wave with this Ethiopian, you know, we keep running into this, so you know what time it is. But that same fire is in your blood because it's also iron. And if you know what iron does to the blood, well, it's what makes it turn red as soon as the oxygen hits it. So this Elohim energy is already up in you. It's already a part of your genetic build. It's the reason why you are able to catch on fire. Especially if you happen to be an Aries. For those surfing the wave. We talking fire. You know what I'm saying? You are the image of HaWaH. Made me think of another term, right? I want to bring it to your attention as we surf the wave. Shalom. So we was just digging on Mars, right? And I just want you to surf a wave for the Naga, because I've been telling you about being the ether face. And I want you to see right away that Ethiopian or Ethiopian synonymously means Negro, but pay attention to what they're going to attach to this, because this isn't our Edamon online website, and this Ethiop is not our language, and I'm talking about the Negro. This is not our language. The ancestors did leave clues. Now I want you to pay attention, because they're saying that this Negro that happens to be an Ethiopian or Ethiopian has the face, right? The burning face that is fiery looking. And when we're digging on this Mars, it's telling you that this is the fire. But keep in mind, this is also the iron that's in your blood. So depending on what wave you serve, but I know what vibration we on, and I'm just surfing the wave in the ether. So dealing with Ethiop, they don't tell you that, right? But the thing that's interesting about Ethiop is that it's also, well, if we really get it, right, we're talking about Elohim. The Elohim. When we're talking about the Elohim, where we're talking about the gods or the godhood, that is Ama and Abba. You know what I'm saying? Because when we're talking about God, we're talking about somebody that's God-like. And when we're talking about God-like, well, we're talking about the people of HaWaH. And the people of HaWaH are the image of HaWaH. But dig on the term Ethiop. Alright? It says, who the Homeric Ethiopians were is a matter of doubt. The poet the poet elsewhere speaks of two divisions of them, two divisions of these Ethiopians. Now get the drop, because you're carrying from the last one, right? Anion. We're just breathing Anion. But it says there were two divisions of these Ethiopians. One dwelling near the rising, the other near the setting of the sun, both having embrowned visages, faces, copper-colored races. let's get it in real time. Let's get it in real time. I got to get it in real time. I'm talking 18. Races happen to look like the Aboriginals. And when we're digging on the Ethiopian, it says they both, on the setting of the sun and the rising of the sun, have embrowned visages. From their proximity to that luminary. Now, what do you think a luminary is? What do you think a luminary is? Let's get another tab on you. We're doing this in real time. What do you think a luminary is? What do you think a luminary is? You know what? You gotta treat it like it's the first time. You see what's going on? You see what's going on? Luminary. A person who inspires or influences others, especially one prominent in a particular sphere, dodging all hijacks. A natural light-giving body, especially the sun or moon. A natural light-giving body. A natural light-giving body. A natural light-giving body. Especially the sun or the moon, dodging all hijacks. It's also a guiding light, a leading light, a inspiration. All right. We just speaking Wata. So this Ethiopian has the visage that is embrowned. This visage is embrowned. They both do, like the luminary, both leading a blissful existence. Leading a blissful existence. Much baruchs unto the Shabbatah. Much baruchs unto the Shabbatah. A blissful existence because living amid a flood of light. Living amid a flood of light. You're shining just like the light as a natural concomitant of blissful existence. Now let's get this right in real time. Let's get this in real time because we need to know exactly what's being said. So we're going to get it in real time, right? Because we got luminary. We know what that's talking about. If we need it, we get it back, right? Talking about a natural body of light, luminary. Natural's been telling you to shine. And my tribe gonna shine. We gonna shine, baby. We gonna shine. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? What does it say? Naturally accompanied, naturally associated, a phenomenon that naturally accompanies or follows something. Naturally accompanied, associated, naturally. You see what's going on? We just speaking. You see what's going on? Ether, man. It says, of a blissful existence, blameless and pure, from every free from every kind of moral defilement. This is how they saw the Ethiopians, man. Can't make this up. Can't make this up. So when I tell you that you're in the image of HaWaH, alright, as the Amaru Khan, who KTCs and keeps the code. MHOE, most high over everything. It is speaking life, cause I'm just talking. I'm just talking sound on you. It happens, which happens to be health, wellness, wholeness in this etheric hologram, 3D paradigm. Is that the energy they feed you when they talk about a hologram? I'm just speaking life onto my tribe. Speaking life onto my tribe. I'm telling my tribe, we are the image of HaWaH. HaWaH. We are the image of HaWaH. That is to breathe. And we're just talking Wata. Alright. Because the ears led to head, right? The head. Top of the body, upper end of the slope, also means chief, person, leader. You see what's going on? Ruler. Surfing the wave, you know what's going on? Ruler. We're just the order, trying to arrange the cosmos once again. Because them Nagas have returned. You know what I'm saying? Because seeing this word makes me think of another meaning, right? And that other meaning is most important. Principle leading. Most important. Principle leading. I really want you to meditate on that, because we're just talking sound through the ears, right? Which was to hear. The ears, to hear. Hear, so to see head. You see acoustic head. So now we're digging on, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking most important. Surfing the wave, I'm talking deep vibrations. Because I'm talking most important. Because thinking of this term makes me think of something else. We're going to get to that. Shalom to the real ones. Hey, so I surfed some waves. And I was just like, yo. It made me think of the ancient ones. Especially the term that I've been known to refer to them as speaking plainly, speaking publicly. Surfing the wave, man. We just talking anion. And anion will change your life. It'll change your life. And anion changed my life. Drop has changed my life in a way that I can never look back. I can never let go of this everlasting vibration, Shabbat. I can never let go of this everlasting vibration. So I just ask before we begin and continue, if you're surfing a wave, that you really surf this wave with me right now. Shalom to everyone that's already surfed this wave. I'm just sharing. So when I'm digging on this, you know what I mean? This was the first term that I ran into, or at least I thought about, because, you know, I'm trying to be pure water in the build, give it credit of the doubt. And, you know, I'm surfing the wave and I'm like, could this be, you know, the term that I'm thinking of? Because I know when it comes to us being Cherokee is the Ethiopian, which translates to the principal people. But there's this other term, Saligi or Salagi, and it's also the name of this Cherokee language. And I'm like, man, what's going on? You know, mind you, they'll tell you that we were a people with no written language, right? Everything is oral tradition. But if you surfing away from the anion flow, then this wata mean a little something different for you right now. We surfing away of anion to the wata. And so, you know, I'm used to anion, right? I'm used to principal people, you know what I'm saying? Because we was talking about the head, right? So I'm used to being of the principal people, especially resonating with this sound from HaWaH, that is the Great Spirit. But when you're digging on this for shits and giggles, it'll tell you, right, that many theories, though all unproven about the origin of the name Cherokee, it may have originally been derived from one of the competitive tribes in the area. So there's an origin of the name. Alright? And it's interesting because now we're digging on etymology. You see what's going on? So they try to tell you that Cherokee derives from this and it means that. And when we're digging on the Saligi or the Salagi language, word for Cherokee, it jumps in with these inhabitants of the cave. And like I said, the experiments were everywhere. We can't make this up. We're just talking Cherokee, right? Ancestral flow. It also means people of a different speech. Mind you, we were building on sound and vibration this whole time, speaking wata. So it says that the term also means Sadalagai, right? Sadalagai. It also means he has turned aside. Turned aside. And that's not saying that this vibration means anything, but I was digging on the vibration of Anianwi. That's my Shikamaga dream, man. Anianwi. Alright? Because I'm just digging on the anion flow. When we're digging on the anion flow, I mean, it gets really interesting. I'm just talking about principal people. So immediately I know there's some hijack being attached to my Shabbata, because now we're talking about inhabitants of the cave when it comes to this Salagi. And that's the first thing that I thought of too, you know what I'm saying, surfing the wave. So this is just not being funny or anything, I'm surfing the wave. For those already knowing, the Appalachian flow, AHOP to the real ones. For those already knowing, the Appalachian flow, we just still talking anion. You know what I'm saying? But I was surfing the wave. Alright, it says anthropologists and historians have two main theories of Cherokee origins. One is that the Cherokee and Iroquoian speaking people are relative latecomers to southern Appalachia who may have migrated in late prehistoric times for the northern areas around the Great Lakes. This has been the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee nations and other Iroquoian-speaking peoples. Another theory is that the Cherokee had been in the southeast for thousands of years and that Proto-Iroquoian developed here. Alright, other Iroquoian speaking tribes in the southeast have been the Tuscarora people of the Carolinas and the Maroon and the Nottoway of Virginia. So there's some dispute about the origin. There's nothing concrete. But you know, I surf the vibration and frequency of these words. I like to follow the ancestry and genealogy of these words. So, you know, this is what I thought of. And I was just like, man, what's really going on, right? But then when I look at the spelling, I see that it says this, but then I see right here that it says Romanized, right? And if you surfing away from anion, I'm like, Romanized. And then I'm like, okay, we didn't have a language. So then I see that this guy, he was able to develop the language. And we know how they say, right? Peep his name though, Sequoia. You gotta surf the wave, Sequoia, right? But this is what they want to say he looked like. So I'm like, you gotta really surf the wave, cause look at what he wearing. Look at what he wearing. Like I said, look at what he wearing. You gotta really surf the wave. Look at what he wearing. Let's blow this up, cause nobody wants to talk about this. How come nobody ever wants to talk about this? Real ones know what this mean. How come they never want to talk about this? But pay attention to how he look. What is he wearing? What's going on? Cause we've got the drive and we've seen pictures, but we just surfing the anion flow. And you know, I happen to go. Let's see if I blow this out. You know what I'm saying? It says languages is English and Cherokee. Okay, so we surfed the wave and we got what we got so far. We're gonna continue on. Alright. Before we carry on, so peep the vibe, right? It said that the language, now peep how it's spelled, right? The Saligi, Romanized, right? Romanized. It's saying that it's an Iroquoian language. It also means, or also says, that it's a polysynthetic language. A polysynthetic language, right? And this polysynthetic language what it means is that this is languages in which words are composed of many morphemes or words that have independent meaning but may or may not be able to stand alone. They are very highly inflected languages. Alright, so polysynthetic languages typically have long sentence words. And this made me think, I mean, technically, they're saying that these languages have, or their words have double meanings, right? Double meanings. They have many meanings to just one word. And so they have to put together a a lot of sentence words to describe what's going on. And this is a lot like English. The format of the word, right? And how it's able to be expressed. And, digging on that made me realize, well, this is exactly how they were able to communicate. Right? It says Cherokee is an Iroquoian language and only southern Iroquoian language spoken today. Linguistics believe that the Cherokee people migrated to the southeast from the Great Lakes region about 3,000 years ago, bringing with them their language. Despite the 3,000-year geographic separation, the Cherokee language today still shows similarities to the languages spoken around the Great Lakes, such as Mohawk, Onondaga, Seneca, and Tuscarora. Some researchers, such as Thomas White, have suggested the homeland of the Proto-Iroquois language resides in the Appalachia. White contends, based on linguistics and molecular studies, that the Proto-Iroquois speakers participated in cultural and economic exchanges along the north-south axis of the Appalachian Mountains. The divergence of the Southern Iroquoian, which Cherokee is the only known branch of. This sounds like your Udall, you know what I'm saying? Your Udall, the only southern tribe, you know what I mean? We got this in the script where we're talking about the northern and southern kingdoms. I got dropped displaying this. Talking about King Solomon. Go get the drop, right? It sounds a whole lot like what they refer to as Judah. It says from the northern Iroquoian languages occurred approximately around 4,000 to 3,000 years ago, as late as the archaic Proto-Iroquoian speaking peoples became more sedentary with the advent of horticulture and advancement of lithic technologies and the emergence of social complexity in the eastern woodlands. So if we surfing that anion wave, you know exactly what's going on right now, right? And it says the northern Iroquoian and southern Iroquoian would be separated by various Algonquin and Siouan speaking peoples as linguistics and religious, social, and technological practices from the Algonquin to the north and the east and the Siouans to the west from the Ohio Valley would come to be practiced by peoples in the Chesapeake region as well as part of the Carolinas. So everyone came to figure out what was going on right here with the Cherokee, with the Anianwea. But, this is why I'm digging on this, because I'm like, wow, pay attention to how they're splitting it up, right? And who's really the people of the book. Because they'll tell you with this language, with this polysynthetic language, it was easy to communicate with the Europeans. Look. It says at the time of European contact, there were three major dialects of Cherokee. It was the lower, middle, and the overhill. The lower dialect, formerly spoken on the South Carolina-Georgia border, has been extinct since about the 1900s. One of the remaining two dialects, the middle dialect, Kituwa, is spoken by the Eastern Band on the Kuala boundary and retains 200 speakers. The overhill or western dialect is spoken in eastern Oklahoma and by the Snowbird community in North Carolina by 1,300 people. The western dialect is most widely used and is considered to be the main dialect of the language. Both dialects have had English influence, with the overhill and western dialect showing some of the Spanish influence as well. All right. So, it being a polysynthetic language, look, its writing system, you know what I'm saying? It's written in Latin script. It's written in Latin script, and look at what it is, right? So you surfing the wave with anion, and we can't make this up, because what language are they talking about? Are we talking about this Latin language? Because we know how that's related to Hebrew. We know how Latin is related to Hebrew. His name was Sequoia, right? Sequoia. So we know we speak in Hebrew. So pay attention, you know what I'm saying? Surf the wave. Like I told you, I'm building on the Anianwea. We're building on sound and health and Wata. Right? Now tell me why principle means main, chief, dominant, largest, greatest, most important. Right? It says most important. Most important. What was I telling you about? Where is it at? Oh, that's the other joint. Let's get it back. This is what I was telling you about head, right? The most important. So when I'm like, okay, great, large, most important, princely, high ranking, right? As in first importance, original, primitive. Look at this. So when we're talking primordial, we're talking Cherokee, HaWaH. We're talking ancient tribes. We're talking vibes. You know what I'm saying? We're still building on it. Original, primitive. Look, original, primitive. It means first man. I can't make this up. It means first man. It means chief, leader. It means ruler. Y'all know my name. And y'all know my name. You just surfing the wave with natural. It means ruler. The Anianwea people. Anianwea. We just talking Anianwea. It means principal people. So I don't know who switched it up, but we're talking to principal people. And now this language is Latin, right? We're digging on this Latin language. All right. So we're talking about sovereign. We're talking about the first, the prime. All right. We're talking Cherokee. That which takes first, to take first. I told you my name. So surfing the wave, you know what I'm saying? I always gotta continue to be pure water. I'm looking at Cherokee, and I see it's the North American people. But then I also see Kara Katai, right? I see Kara Katai, because we still talking Anion. You know what I'm saying? We still talking Anion. We still talking Anion. We still talking Anion. So because we're talking Kara Katai, well, you know, I'm surfing the wave. And Kara Katai, right? Kara. As in what? As in Cherokee or Cherokee or Karakatai. We just talking Anion, Karakatai, Anion. Cause that just means the black Catan. We're surfing a wave with Karakatai, Anion. You know what I'm saying? Are you niggas really surfing the wave? Do y'all really have the drop? Because we just been talking Wata, and I don't understand why everything is getting so personal. We just talking Wata. This is strictly for my tribe. What's going on? I thought we was building on Wata. I thought we were speaking life. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nobody's doctrine. This is cosmic doctrine. You know? This is cosmic doctrine. Because when we surfing the wave, we're talking black Catan, right? Catan, from the Catan people, right? I'm talking greatness. Greatness, right? Karakatai, right? Karakatai. The term is often translated as black Catans, alright? Black Catans, Kara, which literally means black. Cathay, Katai, the origin. You know what I'm saying? We surfing the wave. We're talking Catan. Right? We're talking Catan. Catan people were proto-Mongols. So this is before Mongolia. Alright? Proto. You know what that means. Alright? It means the people who are similar to the G people. You should know who this is. You surfing the wave, you know who this is. Cause we just Shikamaga dreaming. You know what I'm saying? We just Shikamaga dreaming. Alright. We just Shikamaga dreaming. Saying, because these she people, you know, we're gonna get to that right now. Let's surf the wave. Because see, when you surfing the wave, it's all in your face, you know what I'm saying? We still talking Wata, we still talking indigenous on you, because Olmecs was just the first. Alright, it was just the first. You know, we still surfing this wave on you, but it was of the first. You know, and I know etymology wants to say that it just means the rubber people. To the real ones. You know, they are to the real ones. But it just wants to tell you that it means rubber people. Because it's out of the HaWaH language. But when you surfing the wave, I mean, we come into some questionable things, because surfing the wave, we're always just talking and asking questions. We're always just talking and asking questions. So, even though it's a HaWaH vibe as far as Olmec goes, it says, it is not known what the ancient Olmecs used for themselves, but some later Mesoamerican account seems to refer to the ancient Olmec as a Tomoan Khan. Now this is crazy, because this was never here before. I surfed the wave on this channel plenty of times. They never talked about the Olmec being referred to directly as the Tomoan Khans. Because if they did, then you would understand that this has always been a Khan situation. And who you think else has been calling themselves Khans and telling you about the Wata this whole time? We always been talking about Ama. We always been breathing Ama on you, because the Olmecs were the Ama civilization, right? And if you're not talking Cathay, well, how do you get this? If we're not talking Anion, how do you explain this? If we're not talking Cathay, how do you explain this? Keep this in mind. We're building on the Khatan people, who were amongst the Shi people. The Shi. We're talking about the black Khatans, the Kara Khatais. That is the Cherokee, Kara Khatai. So we surfing the wave. But if you ain't surfing the wave, how do you explain this? How do you explain that? You know, how do you explain this if you're not talking Kara Khatai? How do you explain this if we're not talking Kara Khatai? You see what he's doing. What's going on? It's like I told you, man. It's popping off everywhere. You see what's happening? I mean, if we're not talking about the Kara Khatai, who are the principal people, they said everyone. Where did we get that? Let's see if we can get that drop, right? Said that everyone came. Everyone came from the Algonquin to the north and the east, and they would come by to see the people and the practices of what you did, your social and technological practices, your religious institutes, everything that you were doing. they came to see worldwide. See, I'm just showing you what's going on. You know what I'm saying? If you're not surfing the wave, so they said that they were the Tamoan Khans, right? And when we dig on Tamoan Khan, I mean, I got the drop. You gotta surf the wave to go get it. You gotta find the drop if you want to learn more about this Tamoan Khan. But it'll tell you that it was another mythical place. We're still talking Anion. Anion, the home of the Tamoan Khans. You surfing the wave? Anion, the home of the Tamoan Khan. Because what does it mean? Tamoan Khan means we go down to our home. According to the hijack, right? It doesn't come from a non-wall language. So they say that it probabbe means a place of the misty sky. And where are we going? Up. Anion, we going up. Anion, we going up. You see what I'm saying? This type of art you can't make up. You can't make up. We talking Tamoan Khan, man. We talking Tamoan Khans. We're gonna continue to surf the wave. Yeah. See, I used to be able to surf the wave and find this all over the place. But you can't find it no more. Alright. But it says the Olmecs, an ancient culture that lived in the East Mexico lowlands. They called themselves the She. And they were often considered the mother culture of all American or Middle American civilizations. Alright, so we still talking Cathay on you, man, because how is it that both of these folks saying the same thing, right? They're saying the same thing. We got the Karakatai and now the She of the Olmec. And we just showed you a little description of what these Olmecs have traits of. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna carry on. So seeing how the Karakatai were proto-Mongols, they go back as far as 45,000 years. That's so-called, right? Because if you're surfing Anion wave, you already know Anatoly Fertimenko has told you that the timelines is, them timelines are off. They added 1,000 years, buddy. So what is your timeline really about? Timeline since who? If you're keeping time since who? It's been 2,024 years since what? So if you're keeping time, that just really means you're keeping hijack. And we surf the wave. You see what's going on? Alright. continuing on, right? Now that we're digging on the Korah, talking about the Korah. Well, these words is always related to plants, because I told you there's no separation between you and what's natural. We are still building on your natural kingdom of HaWaH. Surfing on that HaWaH. Well, I wanted to know what this Korah Akai, right? It was leading us to this Angelica. So, I'm surfing the wave, and, well, Angelica, right? It just means angelic. A messenger of HaWaH. A messenger of HaWaH. So we're just surfing a wave in this vibration. So the etymology is starting to give real vibes, considering how we're talking about the principal people, the most important, the first. Because when we're digging on principle, that's exactly what we're talking about. The first man, the original, the primitive. You know what I'm saying? We're just breathing Karakatai on you. Surfing this wave, I'm like, dang, now we got angel to the mix. And I told you, the angels have been floating with me, man. They told me to bring this message directly to the Shabbat. And I couldn't hesitate, because I'm surfing the wave. Because I'm surfing the wave, I saw that it said this, right? Which was different from the Latinized version we was digging on, right? Because we was digging on this Latinized version of it, all right? But the etymology, it gave me this one. And if you really surfing the wave, well, I'm surfing the wave. And I'm telling you, Shabbat, it's one of those moments. And so far, it seems like every drop recently has been one of those moments. And this is another one. Because if you surfing the wave of Anion, you're going to hear me right now. I'm surfing the wave, and I'm trying to figure out what this means. And when I surf the wave on what this means, I'm led to this. I'm led to the Nupe people. I surf the wave with a knock, surf the wave with a knock. Alright. These Nupe people happen to be the people of this Saragi, right? Saragi. And so I'm surfing the wave on that, and when I search this, it's leading me to these people. You know what I'm saying? And I guess it's because they're named comfortable showing you in real time. So let me get that. So see, I found myself trying to research who these people are, and it says that they're tied to this name, right? Their original spelling is this, but then it's tied into this, right? The shared Saragi settlements in Nigeria, and they have conflicts. And I'm like, man, Anion flow, whenever we're digging on these people, always seems to be some issue wherever they're at, right? So I'm like, man, they also have multiple versions of their history of settlements. It says one version claims that the Yoruba people left Oyale, the capital of Oyo Empire, after the Baruba expansionist wars in 1816. Another version claims that the Sher people left Unhum, their home, in 1818 in search of ivory. So this is, again, recent flow, right? But no one knows where they're from. And I'm like, this sounds a lot like the Cherokee situation, you know what I'm saying? But keep in mind, we're just surfing a wave. So, surfing a wave, I really was digging on, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And I was led, it says the Saragi, right? The Saragi people are a Nupe ethnic group. So then I'm like, oh, okay, I got it. So that's how I ended up surfing the wave with these folks right here. But as I surf the wave, I'm trying to figure out what their name is, right? And there's no flow with it. And I'm just really looking around because they want everything to be just stuck over there. And, they got some crazy rich dates talking about it dates back to 9 to 40,000 BC. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, that's cool. We're talking ancient people though. And I'm like, man, hold up. What else is it that they look like? I'm really trying to, see for myself. And I come across this joint. And if you surfing the Anion wave, I was like, oh man, keep in mind, we was talking them headdresses, right? Peep what he's wearing. And I'm like, okay, this nigga's on something. They don't know who these people are, but the etymology of their name is related to Cherokee. And I'm not making this up. The etymology of their name is related to Cherokee. So I'm asking, you know what I'm saying? I'm surfing the wave. I'm trying to figure out what's happening. And I'm like, But Anion, this wave is amazing. So I can't find nothing on the word, right? I can't find no etymology. There's nothing. But I did find this one thing to be a trip. It says in his book, The Negro, African-American scholar W.E. Du Bois wrote that the Nupe trade may have extended as far as Sofala and the Byzantine Empire. And I said, nah, no way. No way are we surfing the wave. He said, with the latter of which, according to what he termed credible legend, there was even an exchange of embassies. And I said, nah, no way. Because now, what is the Byzantine Empire? The Byzantine Empire is Rome. What did we get in surfing the wave in Anion? We're surfing the wave in Anion, and we got that the Cherokee said that they were Romans. The Romani, their language being written in the Latin script. It's being written in the Latin script. Alright? So I'm like, what's really going on? I'm like, what's really going on? Because now that we see that this people are the Sari, which is the etymology. The Sari is the etymology of Cherokee. We're digging on these people, saying that they're the Romans. We just talking HaWaH. So, let's see what else I got, right? So here we're gonna dig on this book called A Black Byzantine, or Byzantinium by NATO SF, right? And we're just gonna let's surf the wave. And mind you, I told you to peep the way bruh look, right? And the way they was talking about these people being the Romanis, right? It says the West African Society dealt with this book in 500,000. Wait, what? Oh, the West African Society dealt with in this book is 500,000 strong. It is far from being either simple or primitive. Its social and economic complexity is comparable only with the civilization of Imperial Rome, Byzantium, or medieval Europe. But very few historical records exist. The people of Nupe have not yet risen to the stage of education which can produce written records of important events or institutions. The present piece is a book of pioneer work, the result of 2 years in the field spent in the course of 2 expeditions. So see, they constantly tell you come from no written language, you know what I'm saying? Let's see, let's get this. Let's see what we're looking at. Alright, so peep it. Now you see what's on his head? Can we scroll down? You see what's on his head? You see what's on his head? There we go. You see what's on his head? Alright, and that look a lot like that's not the dude. Mind you, I told get it back. I told you to keep this in mind, you know what I'm saying? So I'm surfing the wave. And I'm like, alright, again, we just talking any on them. We just talking any on them. But I just want you to surf the wave, because I'm surfing the wave. Alright, I'm surfing the wave. And as I'm surfing the wave, I'm like, man, it's a kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And again, we're talking about these Romans, the Romani, you know what I'm saying? That they said that their script was written in. I mean, he's pointing to the script, right? He's pointing to it. He's telling you, pay attention. He's telling you, right? His name is Sequoia, And he's telling you, oh, I gotta get it in the other one. He keeps switching it up on me. The language is written in Latin script. Alright? So we surfing the wave, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm really trying to figure it out. Alright? Because I just want to know why they're called whatever it is that they're called. You know, I'm trying to figure out where's their name coming from. And honestly, it was like I wasn't coming up with much. And, you know, surfing the wave, I'm doing what I can, just like how y'all see in real time. I'm doing what I can. And, you know, I see the name, right? Now I see this name, and then I see this name. So I'm like, yo, this can't be no coincidence. There's something going on right here. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, I see, you know, the Nupe land, and, you know, I'm thinking Wata, and I don't know what what made me, what got into me, but because I'm thinking of Wata, I come across this Nupe river. And mind you, I'm trying to find the etymology. But notice how it's in Peru. And we're surfing the wave of Anion, right? I see that it's connected, and it's part of what forms the Mar Anion. The Mar Anion. That is the Anion flow. So I'm like, nah, no way, right? No way. Because I'm still just surfing the wave. I'm like, nah, no way. What is going on here, right? I'm really trying to figure it out. I'm like, what's really going on? And I'm surfing the wave. And oh man, so I'm like, is this really happening? You know what I'm saying? Is this really happening? And so it throws me this term, and it says that this is what this means in the Quechua language, right? But it says historically the term is Mar Arna. And I'm like, man, the bro was just saying this, surfing the wave in Anion, right? Part 3. So I'm like, Mar Arnan, Anion, Mar Arnan, Anion. So I surfed the wave on this joint. And, you know, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And it says humanity is based on 6 original civilizations that developed independently in various locations around the world. These were Egypt, Babylon, China, India, Mesopotamia, and Central America. Excavations at Corral, Peru suggest that the second oldest civilization after Sumerians developed there around 4,600 years ago. Now this is a whole lot of drive. Because I told you, what did that anvil sound like? Anvil, when we were surfing the wave in Anion, it sounded like what? That anvil had what? And now we're digging on this. I'm like, man, I can now see Prester John in his Inca flow, right? Like for sure. For sure now that I got my orientation right and we surfing the wave in the Nupe River, I'm like, oh man, we streaming. You know, keep in mind they could have said Mesoamerica, but they put Mesopotamia instead, right? But dig on it. They said Sumerians. We're still talking Zetepi. You know what I'm saying? And don't get mad at me, because when we dig on it, I mean, let's get it, right? When we dig on it in real time, dig on it in real time. I mean, surfing the wave, right? Now pay attention. We speaking royalty, right? Royalty. Royalty, you know what I'm saying? Dodging all hijacks, we talking royalty. It says the origin is unknown, of course, because we're talking about what the people of Sumer refer to themselves as what? As what? As what? Alright. You see what's going on? The black-headed ones. The black-headed people. Alright? The black faces. The ether faces. The Sumerians called themselves the ether faces, man. You see what's going on? The black-headed people. The ether faces. Alright? Black-headed people. So, surfing the wave, they say that the Sumerians developed Peru. You see what's going on? The Sumerians developed Peru. It is said that the term is the four nations united. What is this talking about right here? The king of the four quarters, the king of the four quarters, the pastor of the black-headed people. We're really surfing a wave right now, Shabbatah. You think this is a joke? It says that it was comprised of the areas, pay attention, Anti-Suyu, right? Anti-Suyu, but surf the wave. It says that Cusco, which means the navel of the world. Today is Cusco, right? But it was ruled by the Inca. Now pay attention, it says he was a divine emperor equipped with great personal strength. This Inca was regarded by his subjects as a vehicle of cosmic energy. Are we surfing the wave? A vehicle of cosmic energy. We're just picking up, right? Where we left off. A vehicle of cosmic energy. In the home, or in the whom the order of prosperity and justice was inherent, and who at the same time ensured that the Anion, you see what's going on? The Anion was fulfilled and lived. You see what's going on? We're just talking the way. Talking the way. Alright, the way. Alright, you hear what's going on? The vehicle of cosmic energy. So we're just here to put the cosmos in order. And we're doing it by the way of Wata. We're just talking Wata on you. We got this with the Cain series. You know what I'm saying? You're talking 12 royal families or 12 tribes. You see what's going on? We surfing the wave. You know? So I'm digging on that. I'm like, man, we really in that Wata. Right? We really in that Wata. And building on Andes, it says Anti right here, right? But when you get down, it's gonna tell you that the Andes really mean east. We're talking in the east region, right? And this drop just gave us that the real word was Ani, as in anion, not anti, anion. Not anti, but anion. Ani. Ani. Anion. Ani. Ani. Anion. Anion, man. Anion. Alright, so when I saw that, and this is digging on the east, I'm just like, yo, we can't make this up. Because they talking anti on you, you know what I'm saying? But it's not anti. You know, because surfing the wave. The other half of that word was this Mayu, right? This Mayu. It's a type of oil. It also means true, full gentleness, superiority, and evening. So we're still talking dark on you. Keep in mind, we're talking a celestial musician. A celestial musician. It also has deer or the sun. Deer or the sun. You know what I'm saying? You surfing the wave, deer or sun. It also has black garlic oil. We always gonna get specific with these terms because we just speaking that Wata. And the ancestors keep saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no joke when we dig on it. Because when we're talking about deer, we're just talking about the animal, right? But are we really saying or representing something that breathes, a creature that breathes? We're just talking about the cloud, the breath to breathe. You see what's going on? Deer, right? Deer. That which breathes, that deer, you know, deer, right? When we're talking about deer, can't forget about the buck, right? That's the male deer. You're dodging all hijack, because of course we're talking goat, but when you're dodging all hijack, it's talking about a Native American or Negro. And this is Japanese we're building in. Japanese, you know what I'm saying? The Mayu. Alright? It says the sun. We're building on deer. Surfing this wave. Deer is related to heart. We're talking about a red deer. We're getting specific, right? Because we got who the aboriginals were of America. You know what I'm saying? Deer, right? I mean, do we have it up here? If you think we playing right, let's surf the wave. When we look at deer, this is what a deer looks like, right? So everything about America continues to show itself, right? It's synonymous with its natural environment. Alright? So we see the complexion of the deer, like the trees, the big red cedars. We see the skin tone of the deer and how the deer looks in its resemblance. We see heart is related to the word marsh, and marsh has this frequency of MeMory, right? And if you remember in Kal-El, part 4, we were digging on MeMory, or excuse me, part 3. We're digging on the genetic stars of Adam. We were talking about MeMory, right? And so surfing the wave with MeMory, it just means body of water. It just means body of water. So once again, we've been telling you about that HaWaH this whole time. That HaWaH, we're just talking water. HaWaH. Because when we're digging on this Sari or Sharia, I'm getting another vibration, right? But keep in mind, we're still talking the Nupe, right? Because it was a part of the root word to the Karakatai, the Saragi. So I'm surfing the wave, and this was attached to it, right? That's what the book said. You go back and get the drop. But it says this is a fundamental religious concept, namely its law. Alright, now pay attention. It says the religious law of Islam is seen as the expression of God's command for Muslims and in application constitutes, right? Constituents, we're talking constitutes a system of duties that are incumbent, upon all Muslims by virtue of their religious belief, known as the Sharia, literally the path leading to the water place. The law represents a divinely ordained path of conduct that guides Muslims toward a practical expression of religious conviction in this world and a goal of divine favor in the world to come. The path leading to HaWaH, the watering place. Watering place. You know what I'm saying? Because we just leading you to the HaWaH, Shabbat, to the HaWaH. Because I'm starting to see this as another variation of Sarah. We're just talking HaWaH. Never mind your hijack. Never mind your hijack. We're just talking HaWaH. Alright, we're just talking laws on you. See what's going on. It can mean our way of being. Because see, it's in reference to any monotheistic faith. As long as you are dodging your own hijack, really just talking justice. We're really just talking HaWaH. Alright, we're just building on the water. It says that it is an immutable, intangible, divine law. It is an immutable, intangible, divine law. That HaWaH is natural. Intangible, meaning unchanging, unalterable. Unchanging, unalterable. Unchanging, unalterable, but still on the go. You know what I'm saying? Because when you surfing the wave, we're always just gonna talk that HaWaH. Right now we're talking Halaka, Halaka, Halaka to the real ones. Halaka, that is the way. That is the way. It is often referred to as the laws, the true laws. Is to go or to walk. Because we are on the journey, Shabbat. We are on the journey. Halaka. Which means to behave. To be in that HaWaH. Halaka. Halaka, the way to go, to go. And that's all we're telling you, is to get back to your HaWaH. Get back to your HaWaH. It says, Halaka constitutes the practical applications of the 613 commandments in the Torah, as developed through discussion through the oral Torah. And I keep telling you, we are a people of oral tradition. So yes, the oral Torah. We were talking about the oratory in Adam and Eve, part 3. That is the cosmic stars, genetic stars of Adam and Eve. You know what I'm saying? The oral Torah, oral tradition. Cherokee, the Karakatai barely just got their writing. And what was the first thing they did when they got their writing? What was the first thing they did? They couldn't wait. You know what I'm saying? So when we're really speaking these indigenous vibes, this is just something that was copied down and put into a book. But you've always been the book. You've always been the book. You've always been the book, my nigga. We're just talking Wata on you. The oral tradition. The code. Says, according to some scholars, the words Halaka and Sharia both mean the same thing, which means the path to follow. The path to follow, that is the Wata. And if you're really surfing the wave, talking about Sari. We're just talking about Sari. HaWaH. We're gonna continue to get to this Wata, Shabata. We're going to continue to get to this Wata, because this is strictly for my tribes. This is strictly for my tribes. I just want to spend a good time meditating on this vibration as we search for elevation and charge on that negative hydration. I'm just speaking ancient frequency onto you, Shabata, that life, that Wata. Speaking Wata onto the tribe. So if you ready, Halaka, Shalom, Aha. Tawada, Tawab, Tawab, Akwa, HaWaH, Ruach, Kum, Halaka, Shalom, Aha, Tawada, Tawab, Tawab, Aqua, HaWaH, Ruah, Kun Kun. With the utmost Ahab, Shabbatah. Catch you on the next one. HaWaH.